Hey guys, I am actually going to do one more video for Rocket League regarding the painted items. This is going to be more about how did I get all of the painted items in the game. I'll probably talk about a few other things later in the video, but I'll start with that. This is more actually in response to the first two videos I posted because I got a lot of comments asking how did I do this. Let's clear some up real quick. I've had to point this out a couple times. No, I don't have the white hat. No, I don't have all the alpha and beta items, and I'm also not talking about the seasonal rewards. This is purely painted items that drop in the game, either in the game or from a crate. I do have the cap and the nugget, but really what my whole thing was the just getting painted items, period. You know, one of everything is what I actually wanted. No, I'm not interested in trading. You know, I mean, I have one of everything. Duplicates go to my kids and, you know, maybe friends. Maybe I'm going to do giveaways on Reddit or something. But basically what I have right now, I plan on keeping it. So thank you for your offers, but no, I'm not interested in trading anything. As far as how did I do this, let's just get that out of the way real quick. One, I am older than most of you. I mean, I have a teenager and a son who's about to be a teenager. You know, time, money, trading. I have multiple resources, which I will post some of those in the description. A lot of what I did early on, because I wasn't spending very much money early on, was what I refer to it as trading up, but it's simple. You buy low, you sell high. I would turn around and buy an item for 10 keys that I knew was worth 15 or 16, and I would resell it for that amount. I don't think you can do that as much now. I was not doing that as much later. I did that a lot early on, and that's how I actually accumulated a lot of keys early on. Another thing that you can no longer do back, yes, I spent real money on PayPal. Shame on me. Guys were selling keys. You know, they were in a different region, and they were selling keys for significantly less. I'm in the U.S. I had to pay $1 per key. There are guys that were selling keys for like 50 cents a key, and in a few cases less because I bought in bulk. Can't do that anymore though because they fixed regional pricing a while back, actually several months ago. So that's how I did a lot of it early on was, just buying stuff low, selling it high. You can still do that, but I don't think you can do it as much, or I would trade. Or, I would have an item that I knew was only worth, let's say, 5 keys, and I would trade it to some guy who had an item that was worth 9 keys. So, hence trading up. I also had several people that I would go back to them over and over. There was 2 guys specifically that I can remember. I will post the links to they have Google spreadsheets with their pricing. One of them he runs a thing called the Banana Shop. The other one is Zano's Shop. I think these guys are extremely fair in their pricing. At least they were back in the day. Keep in mind, I have not traded in well over 2 months. It was probably at least 2 months ago. It might have been mid-December. So things can drastically change in that amount of time in a game, especially with trading. But these guys, for instance, I was able to buy multiple times hats from, I think, Banana. I think he goes by Hovering Banana on Steam. He would sell like 2 caps or 2 toppers for 1 key. So they were basically half a key each. Well, I would often buy from him, and either, I needed that one specific hat, I'd get it, or I would buy it and turn around and resell it for more. Because some of the toppers were going for 2 keys or 3 keys. Same thing with Zano. There's also a lot of people don't know this, there's a price spreadsheet guide out there, basically, that a lot of the big-time traders use from a guy named, I think it's Sajuk X, that a lot of people go to say, like, hey, what are the prices right now on a given item? And I would basically never pay more than whatever that said. And often would try to get it for significantly less. But don't be a jerk. If someone says no when you offer them because you're lowballing them or something, you're lowballing them. So expect a no, and don't be rude and call them a jerk or anything else. Be polite. You can make an offer. My whole thing is anyone can offer me anything. Maybe I'll accept it. You don't know. But once they say no, don't keep harassing that person. Be polite. This is a community I noticed a lot of people would get so agitated. Either one, when you'd ask, and they were like, "Oh, you're lowballing." It's like, man, I don't know. You might take 5 keys for that 9 key item. How do I know? So it's like, one, if you're on the side where you have the item, don't take offense when somebody offers it. But two, if you're asking for something, once you've been told no, walk away. Either that or you could ask, like, what are you asking for? Now the people who keep saying make an offer, make an offer, make an offer, when you've already made an offer and maybe it wasn't as high as they want, well, okay, then they need to kind of tell you what they're asking for, because most of the time they have in their head what they're asking for. Another thing is certain sites like rocketleague.com/trading was a good resource. rltrades.com, Reddit specifically was great for me. The Rocket League Exchange subreddit. And there is there's a top comment on there all the time, or post, called Anything Goes. That is where real money trading happens. I do not recommend you do that unless you know what you're doing. You can get scammed very easily. You need to be extremely careful if you're going to go use the Anything Goes thread. That's why I'm suggesting you don't do it unless you know what you're doing. I am not sending you there, let's put it that way. Because you need to be very, very careful. I mean, hell, even right now with keys and everything, there's like apparently some bugs or hacks where people are able to like scam you out of stuff. Just be careful if you're trading. Try to go with a trusted trader. A lot of times Reddit specifically does kind of have like a trusted list, and they have a scammers list. I record every transaction I do with video. Thankfully, I was never scammed. I had a few people try to scam me, and it never happened. I use Steam. The Steam trading forums was great also. And I mean, that's it. There's nothing more to it. It was time, money, patience. There for a few months back in like, I want to say September, October of last year. I was working a lot from home in the evenings, working on some projects, so I didn't really have time to play, so I was doing that instead. And that's kind of where all this started. I mean, it's kind of funny. I originally started out with wanting to get all the Hamburgs. That's really where all of this started. I had like 3 of them. Where the heck are they? And, if I could spell. I had like the original one. I think I had a blue one, a purple one, and maybe the white one. And I was like, oh man, I wonder if I could get all of them. And that's where all of this started. Then it was pork pies, and it was, I think I wanted the berets. Speaking of, someone on the comments wanted to see what all the berets look like. Let me get my controller instead of using a mouse and keyboard. And, here's all the pretty berets. So, he also wanted to see something else. Oh, pork pies. Actually, that was it. And that's it. It wasn't, some sort of complicated thing. It was, I spent money. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I don't know how much, because like I said, I did make a lot of keys early on by either buying the keys extremely cheap or, basically getting keys on a better deal, basically. I was going to talk about a few other things. One of the comments was, some people claimed I had cheated, and I didn't really realize what they were talking about at first in terms of why they thought I had cheated. And someone had posted that they noticed, look at the distance driven. It says 15 kilometers, 902 meters. Well, then let's go to a painted variant. 15 kilometers, 902 meters on all of them. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Well, somebody thankfully commented that no, that's how this works, is whatever the original wheel has, that stat for the distance driven will actually be copied over to all of the painted variants. I did not know this. I do not know if you have, I'm trying to see if I have any, certified items. If you have, let's say, the same cert on painted variants, if it like carries over. I know I have something with, bear with me, hold on. Wait for it. Maybe the photons. Okay, so here's a good oh man, I don't have anything on there. So if, let's say I had 2 turtle goals on this one, I would be very curious to know if that would copy over to this one as well. That is one thing I'm not sure about right now. I guess I don't have anything where it's like the same exact certified item. So yeah, no, I didn't cheat. I kind of wish I would have if there was a way to get all this crap that way. Obviously I'm obsessive compulsive. I've made this joke more than once about thank God I don't play Pokemon like my kids would like, because you're darn right, I would have them all. In the description of this video, I will post the links to those resources I was talking about. Like I said, if you're going to end up doing anything with real cash or anything, be extremely careful. I would not recommend it unless you know exactly who you're dealing with. Because there's a lot of scammers out there. Sajuk X, the document I will link for that, he also has like a list of known scammers. I've even myself, I had a Reddit link where basically it's like trusted traders and like trusted trades you've done, where you can keep track of all the stuff you've done to kind of have a reputation. It's a reputation thread. That's what it is. I actually had people use my account name. So now at the very top of my darn Reddit reputation thread, I've actually had to put a note there basically saying, right now I'm not trading anymore. I haven't been trading since, December. And that if someone comes along with my name trying to use my reputation, because they were actually linking to my reputation thread, saying, oh, that's me. Basically that, no, that's not me. And that I will never trade unless, like, I posted in the comments that, I've got like 4 or 5 bullets there basically saying, like, as long as this note's here, I'm not trading right now. And they only, the first 4 or 5 bullets will remain all the time. Basically saying I always post in the comments. Basically, I always do these specific things, so if someone else is coming along saying they're me and they don't do one of these things, it's not me. And that's happened to multiple people where, someone with a good reputation, someone else came along, created a Steam account with the same profile name and everything and tried to pretend to be them and then scanned somebody out of an item, which is very unfortunate that that's going on. But, I mean, that happens in all games. As far as, I think I may have mentioned this, no, I'm not interested in trading anything. I have one of everything. Plan on keeping everything. The only reason I would stop or get rid of everything is if I stop playing Rocket League, which, we're a year and a half in on this game, and I still love it. I have not enjoyed a multiplayer game like this probably since the mid-90s or early 90s when I was playing NBA Jam on the Super Nintendo or Genesis. Yes, I am older. Speaking of, I want to make more videos, maybe not Rocket League related. I would love to do some indie games. I was recently playing a game called Not a Hero. It's a mature rated game that I think is just really, really cool. I wouldn't mind making a quick video on that. Emulators. I love emulators. Love that my kids kind of enjoy them, especially my son. To play those old school games. That's basically it. I will, like I said, post some more videos, but I really just kind of wanted to address some of the comments regarding, how did I do this? Wasn't time and money. And, no, I didn't cheat. And I will post those resources. And I don't really remember anything else I was going to talk about in this video specifically. You know what? One other thing I will touch on, I have said this before, is why I do not care for certified items. I know a lot of people love them. It absolutely blows my mind, mind blown, that these certified items have such a premium attached to them. Like the Striker Crimson Lightnings go for insane amounts of money, and I just don't get it. If you are one of those people that love certified items, more power to you. It's not my thing. Everybody has their opinion, and this is mine. I don't care for certified items because, one, I'm all about the visual. I love visual representation in the game. Obviously, with certified items, nobody knows you have that item except for you. There's no way for them to know. It's basically more about self-gratification and, seeing it in your own garage, kind of showing off to yourself, which, like I said, for some people that's awesome. And you see I have certified items here. It's just, it was never an intention to get any. It's just that in some cases I have them. Because I was looking for, let's say, a blue set of wheels, and somebody had that only with that cert on it. So I was like, okay, I'll take it with the cert. I don't care. But in the game, I really wish, maybe even on the score screen at the very end of the game, when you're playing with people, it would show like a way to have it to where, hey, you can see this guy's got like certified wheels and here's his stats on it. I think that would be really cool. I don't think that was ever an intention by the devs, though. They've actually posted as much on Reddit about it, saying that, yeah, basically certified items are working exactly the way they intended them to. And I wish for more out of those items. The other thing I don't like is if you trade a certified item, the statistics on that item do not carry over. So if I give these wheels to my buddy, for whatever reason, as soon as he gets it, it zeroes it out. And even if he gives it back to me, it's still zeroed out. A lot of people apparently do not know that. So if you don't believe me, try it yourself. I would recommend you only do it on an item you don't care about, though. But I'm trying to find something that actually has statistics on it. Like right here. If I trade this to somebody and I get it back, that 130 centers would be zeroed out, which would not be very cool. If your account gets reset for some reason, and you get reset to level 1 rookie because, Steam screws up and your sync is all messed up, the item will also get reset to 0, which if I've been working to get that item up to whatever number I'm trying to attain, and it gets reset by no fault of my own, that's not very cool at all. I would not appreciate that. So, I mean, that's really why I don't care for certified items. If they reworked them some to where the statistics would stay, or there was even an option to, say, maintain statistics, or let's say you get it and it has the statistics on it because you got it through a trade, and give an option to reset it to 0 because you want to try to build it from 0 to whatever you're trying to get to. I think that would be much better. But the way they are today, I think they need work before I would ever say, oh, that's really cool. Again, if you like certified items, more power to you. It's just not my thing. I was more about the painted items. I think that was the last thing I was going to go over. Like I said, in the descriptions, I will post these links so people can actually see some of the places I was going to use as resources. And if there's additional comments or questions, I will try to answer them, hopefully through the comments. I don't really want to make another video just to answer questions. I'd like to spend time actually making a video somebody would want to watch. Anyway, until next time, guys. Take care. Bye.